I'm going to be comparing the Lego franchise to the Batman franchise. Reason for that is because in the previous part of this series, bracket number 1, I compared the Lego franchise to the Alien franchise. Lego beat Alien, and then when I compared Batman to X-Men, the Batman franchise won. So we're going to compare Lego to Batman. When you look at highest score for each franchise, in the case of Batman, actually Batman Beyond Return of the Joker has a 100%. When you look at Lego, the Lego movie has a 96%. When you look at lowest score, Bionicle the Legend Reborn, the fourth Bionicle movie, only has a 54%, whereas Batman and Robin only has a 12%. Lego has won one round so far. Batman has won one. When you look at average, Batman has an average of 77. Lego has an average of 71. Then when you look at gap between lowest and highest score, in the case of Lego, you're talking about 42. When you look at Batman, you got a gap of 88. Lego won this round, but Batman is a higher average, so the franchises are tied heading into the final round. This is an interesting one, because on the one hand, I definitely have nostalgia for Lego due to the fact that I used to have this bin filled with a bunch of Lego pieces. back when me and my parents lived in New York, we had this big bin. I used to create all kinds of different stuff with the different Lego pieces. It's not even like I had Lego sets, the kind that you would find at Walmart, some other big store where you buy a box. There's not just a piece that contains not just the pieces, but there's also instructions that say here's how you're supposed to put it together. I didn't have that. I had a whole bunch of random Lego pieces, and on top of that, I remember looking at these magazines when I was younger that advertise all the different toy lines, like Bionicle and other Lego toy lines. Like there's one themed around Vikings, for example. There's others that I would look at as well in these magazines. But I also definitely have nostalgia for Batman. First of all, I've seen episodes of Batman the Animated Series multiple times before. In fact, actually, I still have a DVD box set that has some of the episodes of Batman the Animated Series in it, right here. And I also own, yeah, here, that's the front of it, yeah. I also actually have this Batman reference book right here, Batman the Ultimate Guide. And I actually pretty sure I saw The Batman from Matt Reeves in theaters. Now, between Lego and Batman, I would say that I definitely am more emotionally invested in the Batman franchise because I currently have seen Gotham, Pennyworth, Batman the Animated Series, as well as Batman Beyond, and I'm currently watching Penguin on HBO Max. I currently have watched 5 episodes of Penguin. I'm really enjoying the show so far. So I've seen 2 traditional Batman shows. One of them, Batman the Animated Series, is about Bruce Wayne. The other one, Batman Beyond, is actually about someone other than Bruce being Batman, Terry McGinnis. It also definitely looks different because Gotham has this futuristic cyberpunk look to it. The Batsuit is more technologically advanced. It definitely leans more toward being sci-fi. Batman the Animated Series obviously has sci-fi elements in it, but Batman Beyond goes more in that direction. And then I've also watched Gotham and Pennyworth, which are not directly about Batman, but they're Batman related or Batman adjacent shows. Penguin is too, because it's about Oswald Cobblepot, the Maronis, the Falcons, all these characters that are in Batman's orbit that are connected to him. without directly having Batman in it. No, I think on a quality level, when I'm looking at which franchise is more consistent, I think maybe the Lego franchise has been more consistent. I mean, I really enjoy the Lego movie. I think that one is just fantastic because of the way it looks, the story, the characters, the humor, the twist at the end. I think the Lego movie Part 2 is a good movie. I wouldn't say it's as good as the first Lego film. It does feel a bit safe. It's not really taking big risks. It's just kind of doing more of what worked before while going more crazy because there's time travel in it. Honestly, it doesn't really make sense, and the explanation the movie gives for what's going on with this future version of Emmett, you go, what the heck's going on here? But overall, it's still a movie I have a good time with. And I think the Lego Batman movie is a really good Batman movie. I have not seen Lego Ninjago movie. I definitely want to watch Piece by Piece, the new Lego movie about Pharrell Williams, for sure. But I haven't gotten around to watching it yet. I have a good time with all the Bionicle movies, though admittedly I think Legend Reborn is the weakest of the four. It ends on a cliffhanger that didn't get resolved except in a comic book, 'cause there was no further Bionicle movies after the Legend Reborn. I think second and third Bionicle films, Legends of Metro Nui and Web of Shadows, are the best. And when it comes to Batman, of course, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, not good. Batman Returns has good things about it. I respect that it's not a generic movie because it feels very much like it's coming from Tim Burton. But in regards to how much I personally enjoy it, I don't really enjoy it as much. It's not a film I've rewatched recently, whereas I have actually rewatched Batman 1989 recently. I've not rewatched Batman 66 recently. I was born in 1999, so I did not grow up watching the 60s TV show. So I can't say that's a movie I really enjoy very much. So, yeah, I think that on average I enjoy more Lego movies than Batman movies, but because I'm more invested in the character of Batman than any other comic book character. Of course, as a whole, the advantage that Marvel has is, well, the MCU has worked in a way that DC's never been able to replicate. The MCU has worked in a way that the DCEU just never did. Because with the MCU, there is a solid foundation there for a shared universe. And as much as there's problems now, the franchise isn't as strong as it was previously. What they pulled off of the Infinity Saga is incredibly impressive, and DC never came close to pulling off endgame levels of success. But if we're looking at individual characters, I'm more invested in Batman than any of the individual Marvel characters. So I think I gotta choose Batman in this case just because of how much I like that character along with all the characters in Batman's orbit. They'll wrap things up for this one.